Wow. Wow. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hit that mother sucking like button. Let's go. Let's freaking go. What's up, everybody? How is everybody's day going? How is everybody's day going? Give yourselves a hand. Give yourself a hand today. Welcome to the stream. I am so happy to have you guys here. Your boy Ham Solo Gaming here with you on the Gaming Got Me in the Feels podcast today. Yes, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit more chill than last time. I felt like last time I was rushing through some stuff a little bit. But I'm happy to be with you guys today. Let's get it started. Let's do this damn thing. Okay. All right. So, first thing that I got on the docket, let me go on ahead and pull this up for you guys so you guys can see what I am looking at. All right. So, right. Want to say it's this one right here. Yep, there we go. So let's get popping. Let's cracking. Thanks everybody for joining. But we got some stuff to talk about because check this out. Some Xbox Series X console boxes are updated to advertise Starfield. Starfield, that's what I am talking about. Let's go, but let's stop the applause real quick. Let's get into the article. Let's look at it, talk about it real quick. So it says new pictures show developer Bethesda Game Studios' long-awaited open world RPG Starfield taking center stage on some Chinese Xbox Series X boxes. So they're already outside, y'all. They're already outside letting you know what's going down, how it's going down, what game is going to be coming. I know a lot of people are thinking March, possibly like 3/23/23 or something like that. Personally, I think that's a little too early. I don't know. It would coincide with them. I know I've been hearing some stuff about Xbox possibly having a commercial for Starfield during the Super Bowl commercial. So it would coincide with that really well. By the way, what's up, Cult Classic Cage and Stanley Francois? What is cracking? Thank you guys so much for showing up. I already figure you guys probably hit that like button, but I gotta say it anyways, and make sure you share this out so other people know that I'm on live and popping so low. Let's go. All right. But anyways, so the Series X boxes are showing up in China with a little Starfield on it. And if you're kind of curious what the box kind of looks like, here it is right here in this tweet. Or what is it? Reddit. Excuse me. It says Chinese Series X box and now shows Starfield. And you can kind of see the whole box right here. Pretty dope. But let's continue on with the article. It's from Game Rant. All right. So it says long time Xbox poster boy Master Chief may be feeling left out in the cold as Bethesda Game Studios Starfield appears front and center in new photos of Chinese Xbox Series X box. While Halo spacefaring Spartan has made prominent appearances on Xbox hardware boxes for over 20 years at this point, the lukewarm reception to 343 Industries Halo Infinite. Oh, that's cold to say, lukewarm. It wasn't. All right, hold on a second. Halo Infinite was not lukewarm until 343 pretty much let it dry up on the sidewalk. So I don't know about that thought process, but let me go on ahead and continue forward. maybe the reason Microsoft has decided to place him on the back burner in favor of Bethesda's eagerly anticipated Skyrim in space. All right, Skyrim in space. I like that because I've been dabbling in Skyrim quite a bit as of lately. I never played Skyrim all the way up until like maybe a couple months ago. Gave it a try, put it away, came back to it recently, and I put about 30, like I want to say anywhere between like 20 and 30 hours into it. And I don't even know where the hell I'm at. So I'm hoping when Starfield comes out, I can do that exact same damn thing and just kind of get into the game. And I'm not really care about the story. I mean, I'd like to figure out the story eventually, but like if there's just so much stuff to do that I can get distracted and just do whatever the hell, dope. Let's go. That's what I'm looking for. But anyways, it says beginning development as the company was winding down work on 2015 Fallout 4. Bethesda Game Studio upcoming sci-fi RPG represents the company's most high anticipated release since Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The first high-profile launch from the industry heavyweight following the acquisition of Bethesda Softworks by Microsoft in 2001, Starfield will be exclusive to the Xbox Series X consoles and then also on PC when it releases later this year. Microsoft is surely hoping that the sci-fi can follow in the footsteps of Skyrim's massive success and hopes to draw gamers into the Xbox ecosystem, which would be absolutely dope, right? I mean, you look at Skyrim today, it is still, I mean, they just came out with another port for it on the Switch. Bro, people are still eating this game up, including myself. People like myself that haven't gotten into the game until recently are super excited to be able to play Skyrim, but to have Starfield right around the corner is really magical, and it's going to be a really cool experience, especially for those of us that didn't really follow the Elder Scrolls path or the Fallout path. For me, Starfield means a lot because I can actually hop in a Bethesda game from the get-go, kind of figure out this whole universe and whatnot, and they haven't made prior ones for me to feel like I missed out, because the Fallout games I felt like I missed out on, you know, like Morrowind, Oblivion, and then Skyrim later on. Yeah, I mean, you can feel like you kind of missed out. And I don't know, back in the day when I looked at some of these games, I was just like, I don't see the point in trying to get into this now because this is now so old. And I just feel like, I mean, I know the games are like totally different, kind of like, you know, Final Fantasies are like really different in all the different stories and whatnot that they have. I know Cold Cast of Clay just gritting their teeth saying, oh God, he's talking about Final Fantasy. This isn't good. But no, I'm just saying that, you know, how each of them are kind of their own stories. They don't really exactly connect or intertwine specifically. It's still, from a player that hasn't played any of those games, you automatically get that sense of, oh man, I missed the other Final Fantasies. I don't really want to hop into 15 now. I missed all the other ones before. Well, that's kind of how I felt about Fallout and some of the Elder Scrolls games as well. It's just like, I'm too late to the party. But Starfield coming out hot, fresh, looking good. And well, I'm hoping it's looking good. We'll definitely see here soon. But anyways, in the chat, Cool Classics Cage said, I tried to play Skyrim so many times. It is inferior to Obsidian to me by a lot. Oh, Oblivion. Okay, Oblivion. My bad. I was like Obsidian. Yeah, Oblivion a lot. I guess that's kind of, I mean, I've heard both sides really. I've even heard people say, you know, was it Morrowind was the best one of them all? And then I've had my buddy Matt Likes Games. He always, I mean, he loves like Bethesda, Arcane, all those, you know, ZeniMax Studios and stuff like that. He can't stand Morrowind. He thinks Oblivion's pretty good, but his favorite game of all time is Skyrim. So I mean, it's wild. Even within the, you know, Bethesda fan community, there's a lot of people, you know, pulling and tugging in different directions. So it's going to be interesting to see the thought process that kind of goes along when Starfield comes out. I know I'm really excited, but I think you guys get the gist here. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's read this paragraph and see what they have to say. This says, gamers looking forward to Bethesda's latest massive RPG expressed excitement at the photo, with some fans speculating that the game could be releasing sooner than expected, despite recent rumors that Starfield has been delayed yet again. Making light of the game's protracted development cycle, one comment joked that the game's prominent spot on the box meant that Starfield would arrive on Xbox Series X at some point between today, when the events of Starfield take place, seemingly wary after a series of uneven releases from the developer in recent years. Other commenters stated that they simply hoped Bethesda Starfield would be worth the wait, with rumors stating that Starfield playtesters are loving the game, which is a good sign. But, you know, I mean, they're always going to kind of say that stuff until those people, I mean, unless they're actually coming outside and saying, you know, this is who I am and I've played this game, it's hard to kind of believe. I mean, who knows who's playtesting this game? You know, who knows? But it says, after playtesters are loving the game after getting hands-on time with the title, it sounds like players may be in for something special when the game releases later this year. After spending over $7 billion to acquire Bethesda Softworks, there is no doubt that Microsoft is hoping for a successful release to justify its investment, and the prominent placement of this ad shows the company is willing to do everything it can to keep Starfield in the mind of players. Dope. I'm looking forward to Starfield. What's good? 108 Dragon, he said they're not allowed to say that. I'm sure they're not, especially when but you just never know. I mean, I'm sure you hear it most times when a lot of games come out. Oh man, you know, somebody tested this game and, you know, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I'm sure somebody tested Babylon's Fall and said it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. And one. It's about to shut down those servers, and it's been like a year. So, but I definitely think, I mean, obviously, Starfield is on a different level than that, in my personal opinion. And I don't think Bethesda is going to just shovel out something trash that's been supposedly a Todd Howard like dream game, essentially. He was saying plenty of times, I've been waiting to do a game like this. I absolutely love space. I visited this place. I visited NASA. I've seen Elon Musk. We talked, yada, yada, yada. He's talked a lot about how excited he is for this game, and it definitely has me hyped as well. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving, and let's actually go into what's also on the thumbnail, and that's a Bright Memory Infinite. I personally have not yet got to play this game, but it looks absolutely fantastic. This is a game that came out, I think it was like last year or something like that. Bright Memory Infinite now, though, is adding a third-person mode to the game. Let's go. That's dope. That's the kind of stuff that we're looking for. It is a game to bring you an extra element to give it some replayability right there. It's not just a new game plus that can give a game replayability, but a whole new stance on the way the game looks from a different point of view is really dope. I'm happy that you're excited as well, 108 Dragons TV, for that whole Starfield thing. I'm so stoked. So stoked. But anyways, Bright Memory Infinite, it says the Chinese New Year's update for Bright Memory Infinite adds an interesting perspective assist mode among several other features. Okay. Yeah, Cult Classic Cage, she said Bright Memory Infinite is a genuinely fun, short and sweet experience. Love it. Yeah, I haven't played it, but I mean, this game was one of like the games that was like on commercial for like Xbox when they were first rolling out and everything like that. And I remember specifically looking at it and being like, man, this game looks dope. And then I forgot about it. To be honest, I forgot about it until about like 4 or 5 months ago, when I started seeing like other people like playing it and saying, oh man, this is a good game. And at that time, I already had my money spent on my pre-orders and stuff like that I wanted to go through and play. So I didn't end up picking up the game, but when I see it back on sale or something like that, I will definitely have to pick it up and give it a try for myself. I love third-person shooting games. Kind of brings you back to that classic feeling of, you know, like playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City and stuff like that back in the day, or even crazy other games like what is it? Rogue Trooper for like their original Xbox, third-person shooter, wild, yada yada. Anyways, let's continue on with the story. So it says, with the occasion of the Chinese New Year, developer FYQD Studio released a major update for the for the fast-paced first-person shooter action video game Bright Memory Infinite. The update adds several brand new features to the title, such as the perspective assist mode, third person, which drastically changes the feel of the game. That's what I'm talking about. That is absolutely dope. A whole new perspective of a game, right? Extra playability right then and there. Let's continue. Bright Memory Infinite is an exciting indie game. So remember, this was an indie game. Yeah. That didn't quite garner the attention it warranted. The game features a female protagonist by the name of, I'm probably gonna mess this up, like Sheila Tan, I'm guessing. Hopefully that's how you pronounce that, Sheila Tan. Who is on a mission to investigate some strange paranormal occurrences. During her quest, she will have to fight several enemies, from soldiers who work for an evil organization to supernatural creatures. The game's combat system has a satisfying flow, as Sheila can use both her sword and several guns she has at her disposal to unleash devastating combo attacks on those unfortunate enough to cross in her path. In addition, the game provides an assortment of ammunition, such as homing missiles, sticky grenades, and even explosive bombs. This game is right up my alley. What the fuck am I doing? I should be playing this. But anyways, looks super duper dope. I'm excited to do it. Let's continue on. The latest patch release for the game attempts to give a fresh new look to Bright Memory Infinite, as it introduces a third-person perspective assist mode. If the option is toggled on in the settings menu, players will be able to see Sheila's model while she moves or shoots a weapon without aiming. However, the camera will shift back into first-person view the moment she performs any other action. So that's interesting. Okay, well, just for those of you that are kind of curious and want to see what that kind of or what this game kind of looks like that, let me go on ahead and throw this on. I'm gonna hit the mute, because really it's just music. I already checked this out. It's just music that's playing in the background of this, so you're not missing out on anything when it comes to sound from the game. But really interesting stuff right here. All right, so while you're checking that out, I'm going to go on ahead and finish these paragraphs right here. It says, among several other optimizations and fixes, the newest Bright Memory Infinite update also features 2 new costume DLCs for Sheila, the Cyber Rabbit and Rabbit School uniform. There you go. 108 Dragon. There they go again, trying to get these girls a schoolgirl outfit. Again, I know you hate that stuff. You gotta be like, I knew it. I know 108 Dragon just sitting there like, bro, I knew it. What would it be, a Chinese game without a schoolgirl outfit, right? Oh, bro. Anyways, which can be purchased on GOG or Steam. Furthermore, a toon rendered model will also be added to the PC version of the game, which renders Sheila in cell shaded cartoon style. So there you go. Cult Classic Cage. Get yourself a cell shaded Sheila right there on your PC, because I know that's probably where you played it. Anyways, hopefully the continued updates will be able to bring more attention to Bright Memory Infinite. The game quickly managed to become one of Steam's top-rated first-person shooter titles, which was definitely not an easy task, seeing how the original version of the game was developed by only one person. Very interesting stuff right there, y'all. Very interesting stuff. But I'm gonna call that one good, because that was some pretty interesting stuff. Hopefully you guys, if you're into that game, or if you haven't got into that game, maybe you'll check it out or get back into it. But here's something interesting right here. And I want people to peep game real quick, because one thing a lot of people do, especially in the community, when they don't really pay too much close attention, they like to look at this title right here that says Microsoft reportedly preparing to cut thousands of jobs. What's the first thing a lot of people think of? Xbox, right? Remember how big Microsoft as a company is. Now, I'm never going to advocate for a bunch of people losing their jobs. Can't do that. My wife's lost her job before. I've lost my job before. To like, what is it called? People getting laid off, or like, I've been laid off before. It sucks. Having to deal with fucking calling the state, trying to get that paycheck just so you can feed your family or yourself until you find another gig. That sucks. So I'll never advocate for people losing their fucking jobs. It's not cool. But one thing I just wanted to point out is, as trolls like to take this kind of information and use it as ammo, I find that very disingenuous, I guess is the way that I'd say that. But a report from the UK suggests that gaming and tech giant Microsoft may be preparing to cut thousands of jobs across the company later this month. Which, look at the time of year it is, you guys. Look at the time of the year. They're gonna be doing this stuff. I believe last year, Sony did the exact same thing. It's always gonna be staggering, but we gotta remember, man, Microsoft is literally all over the world like United States military bases. They're all over the freaking world. So there are lots of people that work. If they're able to get rid of thousands, imagine how many that they got left. But anyways, as the article reads, it says, and by the way, this is from GreatGameRant.com. It says, as massive layoffs become standard practice at companies throughout the tech industry, what I just got done saying, Sony did the same thing, what was it, last year? A new report suggests that Microsoft may be the next tech juggernaut looking to eliminate thousands of positions. Uh-oh. Computers are coming. I mean, they already came. They're already here. Computers are already here. But anyways, the news of the potential cut at the company known to gamers worldwide for its Xbox brand comes as competitors in the gaming space like Amazon Luna announced layoffs of their own. With its Windows operating system, Microsoft Office Suite, and Xbox brand Microsoft products have become a familiar sight in offices and game rooms worldwide. Even as Microsoft continues to grow its presence in the gaming industry, purchasing publishers Bethesda Softworks in 2001 and announcing plans to acquire Activision in early 2022, it and other companies in the gaming industry are looking for ways to cut losses as the global economy slows following the pandemic. You are seeing the global economy have some issues. I mean, even here at home in the United States, housing prices are freaking finna go insane, which is good for somebody like me looking, maybe not in the short term, but in the long term, this may really help me out trying, because I'm looking to try to get a house and whatnot. So yeah, crash. But I mean, obviously, I hope those that own their property and whatnot, you know, I wish them the best, because this is fin to be a hard time when it comes to the housing market. But anyways, as for what we're talking about here, these job cuts aren't limited to just developers and publishers either, with video game retailer GameStop announcing big layoffs at the company late last year. In a news article from the UK news organization Sky News, it is reported that Microsoft is preparing to eliminate as many as 11,000 jobs. It's a lot of jobs, 11,000 jobs at the company later this month. The article states that Microsoft is set to cut roughly 5% of its workforce worldwide. Wow. So 11,000, if I'm reading this right, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, 11,000 jobs is roughly 5%. Think about that. That's wild. That's a lot of people employed by that company. Though no details were provided about where these cuts would come from within the company, news of the potential layoffs at the gaming and tech giant, which the article speculates would come before CEO Satya Nadella speaks to investors on January 24th. So there it is right there. Like I said, think of the timing of this, right? Before the 24th, before he speaks to investors, he's looking to save some moolah before he speaks to those investors and say, hey, this is the direction that we're planning on going from here. Interesting stuff. All right. So, attempting to provide context for the rumored layoffs, the article references statements from Microsoft late last year warning of decreased revenue as the customers for the company's cloud computing services, which have become a significant part of Microsoft's earning, reevaluate their spending. If Microsoft were to eliminate such a significant portion of its workforce, as suggested by the Sky News report. It would be following a pattern established by other companies in the gaming and tech industry over the past several months. What they're saying is they're following a trend. In addition to the elimination of thousands of jobs at developers and publishers across the traditional gaming industry, the VR gaming market saw similar staffing cuts when Meta announced massive layoffs at the company late 2022. So a lot of these companies are out here just trimming the fat. They are trimming the fat, trying to get lean and ready to get mean. Gaming's gonna be wild to watch, I'm telling y'all. And let's go on ahead and just finish out this article. So although the reports of these mass layoffs at Microsoft have yet to be confirmed, the move would certainly be in line with similar layoffs seen across industries worldwide. It's uncertain how eliminating so many jobs would affect Microsoft's gaming interests, but for Xbox employees, it's likely proving challenging to focus on delivering fun when they know their job may be the one on the chopping block. Ugh, right? That's stressful. That's stressful. Hey, it might make some of these fools bust their ass real quick, right? Oh shit, I can keep my job, thank God. Thank God. Right? Y'all appreciate y'all in the chat. I see Nelson Gaming, you pulled up saying they laid off over 60K this year. I don't know how honest that is. You might be right, you might be wrong. It is what it is. I don't have that statistic in front of me. But anyways, he said just a FYI, it's been 15K a quarter. And then Cult Classic Cage says Microsoft is a bloated company with an economy. With the economy the way it is, I'm sadly not surprised by this. Yeah, I'm not surprised by it at all. And then Nelson comes back. I need to actually make this bigger because I cannot see this joint. Anyways, he says, how big is, that's how big Activision is what he said, which, I mean, they're getting rid of, it seems like, you know, they're like I said, trimming that fat to maybe pack on a couple more pounds, you know what I'm saying? Get a little bit leaner, get a little bit tougher, get a little bit stronger. We've seen Sony do it last year. They just talked about how Facebook did it for Meta, you know? It's just how these companies roll. Unfortunately, people lose their jobs and whatnot. But y'all, please make sure you guys hit that like button, share this out, let other people know that I'm live. Solo Dolo's doing this today. All right, Solo Dolo's doing this. Okay. But anyways, Dangerous Voice popped in here. Great brother right there. Had an episode of Behind Them Sticks with the man. He does his own thing. He be streaming. He's a content creator as well. Go check him out on his YouTube page. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Military man as well. Strong, gritty. He be outside. He be outside. But anyways, he said, I just posted a video about Starfield, and here you are also doing a video on Starfield. LOL. Yeah, I'm excited for the game, man. I'm pumped. I'm ready to get it popping. Let's go. But anyways, yeah, this is big news. It is big news. What up, Retro Nerd? I see you. He says, what up, Ham Solo? Hope you are keeping well, brother. Yes, I am. I'm doing fantastic, man. I actually work a little bit later on this evening. I actually got a call for my job just a little bit ago once I started my stream, but I ain't got time for them right now. They're going to have to wait a minute. I'm with y'all right now. I'm doing my thing with you guys. So please, I ain't doing this for no money right now either. I'm just outside hanging with y'all, throwing some information at the wall, seeing if y'all want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for any money. I'm not doing this for nothing. I'm literally just having a good time and enjoying being a YouTube creator, talking about video games and such. But anyways, yeah, let's get them likes up, like Cult Classic Cage said. Let's get them likes up, man. I appreciate it. I surely do. I surely do. But all right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We still got some other stuff we need to go through today. All right. So the next one's from The Verge. And it's Forspoken. So you already know about this, right? Maybe you don't. Maybe that's why I'm here talking to you about it. All right. Check out this. So you might need a new PC to play Forspoken. Wait a second. I thought a ton of us just played the Forspoken demo on PlayStation and was like, this game doesn't look that great. I mean, it looks fine, but it ain't on no level of like Horizon Forbidden West, the way that game looks, in my opinion. You know, it don't look like God of War. It ain't that good looking. I mean, old girl look like she needs some lotion in the game. She's looking a little dry. The game is fun, though. I'll give it that. The game is fun. I did play some of the demo. I don't think it's a day one for me, but I probably will end up purchasing this at some point when it's on a sale. But some of the weird talking in that game, nah. Yeah, I don't know. The enemies are a little weird too. I don't know. I'm sure like the boss enemies are pretty dope, but as for like the regular kind of boring enemies that you just that are kind of just fodder out there, kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Try it out for yourself though. It's available as a demo to play right now on PS5 for free, I believe. You don't even have to have I don't think you even need to have like PlayStation Plus or anything like that. But anyways, like I said, this says you might need a new PC to play Forspoken properly. Yikes. The new gen technology showcase recommends 24 gigabytes of RAM, a RTX 3070 or RX 6700 XT from AMD, and 150 gigs worth of SSD. I've heard so many people complain to me in the past about how Call of Duty's too big, how Ark Survival Evolved, how can that game be 164 gigs? I ask you, how the hell is this 150? How big is this world? What's really going on in this game? What up, Matt Likes Games? I see you in the chat, brother. You actually showed up at the perfect time, brother. You actually showed up at the perfect time because you were one of the people. I mean, you're my homie, right? But you're always... You were always talking about, you were the one person that was on the podium for this game. You were standing up strong when everybody said this game's gonna be forgotten. This game's gonna be mid. This is nothing. You were that guy that said, I'm buying this day one. I'm buying it day one. You said that, I think, like December of the year prior of like 2021. You were like, I'm buying this joint. You pre-ordered it. They gave you your money back because it was delayed. You're like, all right, well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it on PlayStation or PS5 now that they gave me my money back. This is Matt's story. This is Matt Likes Games story. He's in the chat right now. This is his story. He's like, all right, well, they gave me my money back on the refund because it's delayed because God of War is coming out. And they like moved the date. Right? So then once he got his money back, he's like, all right, so PC, here I come. The demo comes out for PlayStation. It goes from a day one game for him to a fun game that he wouldn't mind getting on sale. And I agreed with him on that after I got done playing. I was like, you know what? You're right. This game isn't too bad. It's fun. It's kind of cringy, but it's fun. I'll get it on sale. Once you've seen these PC specs, you were like, maybe I might just get it on PlayStation because this is out of pocket. A 3070 or 67 XT for recommended with 150 gigabytes worth of SSD. That's insane. It's okay, so Nelson says it's 87 gigs on PlayStation. That's a big game. I hope there is a lot of stuff to do. I mean, there should be a lot to do. It's Square Enix, right? They doing Final Fantasy and stuff. They make that game long as hell. They should have made this game long as hell. I hope they did make this game long as hell. But let's look a little closer at some of these specs right here, all right? So let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and check this joint out, all right? Let me make sure everything's looking good. All right, I'm actually gonna zoom in a little closer so you guys can see. I don't know who's watching this on their phone. I don't know what's going on for you, but I'm gonna make sure that you can see this stuff. All right, minimum. Windows 10, straight up. Minimum. Ryzen 5 CPU. All right, so I'm just reading off the minimum right now. Ryzen 5 CPU 1600 or an i7 3770, a 5500 XT or a 1060, 16 gigabytes of RAM for 720/30. For 720/30 on your PC. Yikes. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to recommend. Let's see what's happening over here. All right, let's go to recommend. All right, Ryzen 5 3600. Okay. Or an Intel i7 8700K. Recommended, 6700 XT or a 3070. All right. 24 gigabytes of memory. 1440p 30 with a 3070, bro. What is happening right now? 1440p 30 with a 30, the disrespect. And yeah, that 150 gigabytes or more of your SSD. Man, you trying to sacrifice up to 150 gigs of SSD in your computer to get 30 frames? Nah, I'm good. All right. Ultra. So if you are going, ham, I guess, right? Shitty pun, right? But anyways, if you're going pretty hard in the paint PC settings wise, dope. Let's look at this. AMD Ryzen 5 5800X. Cool. Okay. Looking good for y'all that like to flex. Intel Core i7 12,700. All right, sure. And RX 6800 XT or a 4080 16 gigabytes. I got a 3080. 32 gigabytes of memory is needed for this one. For 4K 60. Okay. Okay. So the newer cards are having a hard time push. Think about this. This is like Forspoken saying, you know what? I'm strong like Cyberpunk. And I'm saying sit your ass down. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no way this game is gonna look better than Cyberpunk. In any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. Why is this so taxing? What is happening here? Let me go to the chat real quick. Yeah, Matt says, yep, laughing my ass off now. I can't wait to pick it up on sale this summer. He went from day one pre-ordered to waiting for a summer sale. What a ride this game has been for you, brother. And he said, and recommended, which I'm not going to put you out there like that. I'm just going to keep it moving. He said in recommended settings, 1440p 30, which is just insane in my opinion. Howdy there, HTK 360. What's cracking? Thank you for popping up. Like I said, y'all make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're just showing up and you're new here. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm more than happy to have you here today. I appreciate every second that you guys give me on this platform. I'm doing my best. Like I said, I ain't doing this to get paid right now. Eventually that'd be cool, but I'm doing this for the fun of gaming. I love this shit. I love talking gaming. I love just BSing with you guys. And I also enjoy playing with you guys. So hit me up if you want to game. You want to do something. Every night I'm gaming on Xbox. Every once in a while I'm playing my PlayStation 5. Every once in a while I'm playing on my PC. But I'm mostly on my Xbox every goddamn night. So that's where you can find me. Ham Solo 05. That's it. On Xbox and on PlayStation. All right. But anyways, keeping it moving. Cult Classics Cage said, I didn't build my own PC to be forced to play games at Facts. You know? You're telling me people are out here spending thousands of dollars and they're going to have to play this game at 30 FPS? 30 FPS? For thousands of dollars? Oh my goodness. All right. Nelson Gaiman said, well, they're using the compression at least a lot of the studios don't. I guess, man. I guess. I mean, this game ain't sliding by. It's looking rough. Personal opinion, looking rough. If you're going to recommend me playing at 30 FPS on my PC, then your game isn't optimized properly, says Matt Likes Games. And I agree wholeheartedly with that. I can't believe it's 1440p 30 for recommended. How is 30 recommended on a PC? That's just something. I mean, maybe I'm not Mr. PCMR. I got a good setup, yes, but I don't know a whole lot about PCs. I put together mine for myself, and guess what I did? I looked up a bunch of videos on how to do the installation, other stuff. I watched a video while making my PC. I did that myself, sure, but that doesn't mean just because I built a PC, I know shit about it. I don't know shit about these PCs. But what I do know is I ain't paying $70 for 1440 30. That's what I do know. Or Even 60 is kind of like, it's pretty good, but it ain't great on a PC, right? I'm sure somebody will play around with these settings once they get this game on PC and make it work for them and share it out. That'd be fantastic, but that isn't what needs to be happening. This game is supposed to set you up as the player for success. You're going to tell me that somebody with a 3070 is going to possibly get less performance than somebody on a PS5? At least FPS wise. Because I'm assuming this game is going to be 60 on PS5. I'm assuming. I'm hoping. I don't know. If it's 60 on PS5 and it's 30 FPS on a 3070, that shit would be fucking wild. All right. One last thing Matt says real quick is, and these CPU recommendations tell me it isn't a CPU issue. It's all graphics related. Anyone pairing a base 12,700 with a 4080 is doing it backwards. That's funny, bro. Nelson said, I heard for years their engine was hard to get consistent. So there you go, Matt. Nelson just pretty much highlighted it for you and said, yo, bro, bad optimization, probably. They have a performance mode on PS5 down to like 720p, I think. Yikes. Still better than whoever has that 1060 though, right? I guess that's all right. Oh man. All right. All right, let's let me go on ahead and dig into this article real quick just for a little bit, because I know I've just been sitting here ranting for like 10 minutes. So I've been ranting. Let's go on ahead and actually dig into the article. Let's have some fun with this. All right, you guys. So from the beginning, Forspoken was pitched as a technological showcase for the PS5 and PC. It's hard to follow up as something like that when you just had Horizon Forbidden West come out. Whether you love the game or hate it, you can honestly say, yo, looking at it, it's pretty beautiful. And then you have God of War that came out that looks phenomenal. It looks like, 2018 plus. It looks good. And now this is supposed to be the PS5's showcase, and some PC showcase, which maybe it'll look a lot better than it did before, but in my opinion, I don't know about that. But offering the latest in SSD game load times and AI upscale technology, but until today, it hadn't quite sunk in just how much power the magical parkour game will demand. Square Enix has now revealed the PC requirements, and I'm honestly not sure my mid-range gaming rig can handle it. The minimum specs, so we read all through this already. I'm just going to go on ahead and go to the next part. If you want 4K resolution and 60 FPS, Square Enix and Luminous production are suggesting you go all the way up to a 6800 XT and a 6800 XT is like a 3080 pretty much, to be honest. So they didn't exactly have to say 4080, but I mean they did. But and then it needs to have 32 gigs of RAM. An NVMe SSD, very recent enthusiast class CPU. I've got a RTX 3060 Ti in my computer, and I don't like the direction the latest GPUs are heading. So I guess I'm playing this one on PS5. Yikes. He said, I'm putting this multiple $1,000 rig that I built, and I'm going to pick up this $500 console and play it there. I'm wondering if this is at all on purpose. I mean, I know I'm going down a rabbit hole right now, probably. I'm probably going down a rabbit hole. It's probably out of pocket. It's probably unnecessary. But I'm just sitting back wondering, like, what has happened to make this game this rough to deal with on a PC? But PS5 can figure it out. I wonder what's going on behind the scenes, because it has me wondering if somebody's doing something malicious, something weird. How's it this badly optimized after all these delays? I don't know. Though as of recent free PS5 demos, it seems like I can expect between 30 and 40 FPS from the platform as well. It's not clear whether the game is poorly optimized for PC, but it's worth noting that it runs on the developer's own Luminous engine, not Unreal Engine, even if it's easy to confuse it with that old UE5 tech demo. All right. Even if you're not planning to overhaul your gaming rig for Forspoken, you might as well want to consider upgrading the 32 gigabytes of RAM. Games are beginning to ask for 32 gigabytes, and DDR4 prices are currently at an all-time low. I just did a spot check a few popular 32 gigabyte kits, and it looks like you can easily get two 16 gigabyte for $110 or less, which isn't bad. It's cheaper than what I got mine for sure. In case you couldn't quite make out all of the system requirements in the image, here are okay. So yeah, so those are the bullet points right there in case you guys need to see those real quick. But I'm happy to get the hell off of this topic real quick. I'm happy to move on, because this just sucks. All right, so let me hit the chat real quick before I get back to it. So Cult Classic Cage said, I'd rather play Star Ocean Divine Force over Forspoken, to be honest. Nelson Gaming said it's got a 30 it's got a 30 4K 60 or okay 30 for 4K, 60 for 1440, and 60 with ray tracing. Don't know the numbers on that. I would be pissed too if I had a PC worth more than half the people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah. But anyways, I hope Forspoken comes out and does well. It has some stiff competition this year when it comes to like awards being given out to it or whatnot. But like just because I'm sitting here and just not absolutely in love with the things that they're announcing doesn't mean I want the game to fail or anything like that. I think it is going to be forgotten, though. I do think it will be forgotten due to the way that they're rolling this out. The way that they're rolling this out isn't the most pleasing. Okay? It's definitely a pill to swallow, a thick pill to swallow in a few different facets. But this is just one of them. But anyways, going on to GameSpot, Hulu, and I'm telling you, Matt, if you're still here, brother, if you are still here, I've been telling you to check this show out. This is one of my favorite shows. So this isn't really gaming news at all. This is more or less something I'm just personally really excited about because I absolutely love the show. I love the Wu-Tang Clan. I think they're super duper dope. And the show that they've made the last few years has been phenomenal. I really think you guys should check it out if you have Hulu. Definitely go check it out. But this article just says new on Hulu in February 2023, this year, here just next month, Wu-Tang and American Saga Season 3, Stolen Youth, inside the cult at Sarah Lawrence. So this show is coming out, and man, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's pretty wild to see how the Wu-Tang came up, how they got together, how a lot of them, or not a lot of them, but how some of them hated each other, wanted to kill each other, but ended up making songs together. I'm telling you, this is a good show. Go check it out. And it says, it feels like the new year has only just begun. It's already speeding along quickly. February is right around the corner. A new month means a whole bunch of new content coming to Hulu. Some of that content will be available February 1st, while other shows and movies will be available a little later next month. For viewers interested in true crime with a strong stomach of horrifying cult stories, need look no further than Stolen Youth, inside the cult at Sarah Lawrence, coming to Hulu on February 9th. Oscar-nominated filmmaker Zach Heinzingler, I'm chopping this name up. Zach Heinzerling. All right. Directs a 3-part series about the psychological prison parent and former CIA agent Larry Ray inflicted on students, members of an infamous Sarah Lawrence College sex cult over decades. The official synopsis reads, with unprecedented access, Stolen Youth inside the cult at Sarah Lawrence I'm messing up. Excerpts striking firsthand interviews with a conman, Larry Ray's victim. The series follows the story from the cult origins in 2010 on the Sarah Lawrence campus until the recent demise, when the last members find their own path to survival. On February 15th, this is my part right here. Let's go. Then on February 15th, season 3 of Wu-Tang American Saga comes to Hulu in this final season. Oh no, this was the end of the biographical drama series. We'll get to see Bobby Diggs, also known as Ashton Sanders, and how things finally click into place in the fictionalized account of the formation of the Wu-Tang Clan. The series isn't expected to wind up covering the group's entire journey up to today, but the show endures as a nice overview of the legendary group's highs and lows in the years following the release of their classic 1993 debut, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. Let's go. Oh man. All right. So now that I finally got, my one thing that I was super stoked about, let's get back into gaming. And we have some crap to talk about real quick. Okay. This is crappy. Crappy. It might be good for the workers though. So hopefully, these demands that they're looking for maybe get met, or maybe they negotiate or figure something out. But let's get into the article in case you don't know what I'm talking about. So it says CEO catastrophic comments have Ubisoft Paris workers planning a strike. Uh-oh. The union is demanding higher pay and a shorter work week. So they want a 4-day work week now. Y'all. 4 day. All right, so let's go into the article so you can see where I'm coming from. All right, workers on Ubisoft Paris may strike in response to the comments of the Ubisoft CEO. I think it's Yves Guillemot. That's what I'm calling Guillemot. All right. With the workers demanding increased salaries, a 4-day work week, more transparency, and an end to abusive management practices. According to PC Gamer, the union's action is both a consequence of government's comments and Ubisoft's general financial state. Earlier in January, Ubisoft canceled several unnamed projects and delayed Skull and Bones yet again, which is now the 6th time, if you guys didn't know. The 6th time that they delayed a game. That's unprecedented. It's very interesting. Also, it stated that Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope and Just Dance 2023 failed to hit markers. Well, Just Dance didn't, maybe it's big somewhere. Not up in this household. But anyways, failed to hit the sales markers. Delays in combination with low sales have put the company in a bad financial spot. CEO Guillemot, or I don't know, I'm gonna call him Guillemot, whatever, sent an email to Ubisoft staff, which was obtained by Kotaku. In the email, Guillemot urged employees to work hard and be frugal. He said, "Today, more than ever, I need your full energy and commitment to ensure we get back on the path to success. I am also asking each of you to be especially careful and strategic with your spending and initiatives to ensure we're being as efficient and lean as possible." I've heard this kind of talk from a failing job that I've worked at before. We need to be frugal. We need to do this. We need to do that. What y'all need to do is look in the mirror. And I'm talking to the management. Y'all need to look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Ask yourself how the hell Ubisoft got so big in the first place. How did they get so big in the first place? Great games. Great games that you thought of. That you as Ubisoft thought of. What do I mean by that? What I mean is Ubisoft, as of recently, have been known to copy and paste what other developers are doing and make their own version of that. Some of them were hits. Some of them were misses. A lot of them definitely didn't beat the original. Let me use this game as a basis. A game that I absolutely love. Ooh, Just Dance was 50% off at launch. Yikes. I see you, HTK. God damn, that's not good. But one of the games that I love that I wanted to talk about real quick. Immortals Fenyx Rising. I really like Immortals Fenyx Rising. Okay? But I'm not gonna lie. It's Zelda. That's all it is. Is it Zelda with weapons that don't break? That's actually what got me interested in it, because I hate on Zelda how your weapons break. I hate it. Very much. I mean, like, I don't hate Zelda. I just hate how the weapons break. Same thing with Dying Light 2. Love the game. Hate that my weapons break. I understand leveling up and getting a new weapon because this weapon sucks now. But it breaking mid-combat sucks. I don't like it. Anyways, so you got that, right? You got these games that are expansive after expansive after expansive after expansive. And I'm calling out Assassin's Creed on this. I don't take away from the lore that the game is, the story, the gameplay. You know, some of the gameplay within the newer Assassin's Creed isn't really my style. It feels like, you know, you kind of taken away a lot of the stealth aspects, but they are working on Mirage, which is supposed to bring back a lot of that feeling. So that's dope, right? But what I'm saying is, yo, Assassin's Creed, the maps are crazy massive. Now you got Far Cry, that's crazy massive. You got Ghost Recons that are crazy massive. Some of these games, Far Cry I get. Assassin's Creed I understand. Those two being massive open worlds. Assassin's Creed was always open world. It was just more stealthy back in the day and a little less goofy, in my opinion. Far Cry is Far Cry. Far Cry I don't feel like really got too far away from what they usually do. But my issue is Ghost Recon big time. Ghost Recon has no identity anymore, in my opinion. The previous Ghost Recons that were on the 360, great, fantastic Ghost Recons. Then everybody was like, what's happening here? When Wildlands came out. But the thing is Wildlands ended up being pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed Wildlands. I thought they ended up turning it into Far Cry Ghost Recon Far Cry Edition. But I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was good. It definitely kept you busy. And it was easy to get around. One of my biggest things about a video game is if you can't move well, then it sucks. If the traversal sucks, then you're not going to keep my attention very long. Then they made Breakpoint. And they messed up hard when they came out with those. You have a Ghost Recon game where you have to have level ups on weapons. Imagine somebody running through your door trying to rob you, and you grab a gun and you shoot that person. And the first person goes, they die. The second person comes in, you shoot them twice with the exact same gun. And it tells you, and you come to realize this gun isn't good enough. This dude isn't wearing any body armor anymore. And any body armor, he's not doing anything. He's not walking in all, kitted out in military uniform. He walks in looking just like the other dude, but you can't kill him because your gun ain't high enough level. Could you imagine that in real life? Ghost Recon is supposed to give you a sense of realism, right? I feel like they gave you an extreme sense of fake ass BS mixed with so much realism that it's not even fun anymore. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you've ever played Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but when you get shot and you gotta bandage yourself up, you're all walking, limping, hurting and shit. And it's just like, This doesn't feel or play anything like Wildlands. In my opinion, it's rough. I did not like Breakpoint. I bought it for $15 and played it for like an hour. Cause my buddy fooled me and my boy Matt into getting it, saying, "Oh man, this is great." They took away the level up on guns and stuff like that. Now the game's fantastic. It's fixed. It's better. I'll give it that. It's better, but it's still not Wildlands, and it definitely ain't like the 360. My wish, if I were to wish anything from Ubisoft, it would be to bring back linear Ghost Recon games with quality over quantity. I don't need 150 miles to run around. I don't. I need a great experience with a good story that I can keep track of. Okay? I love the sync shot that was in like Future Soldier and whatnot. Playing alongside of the people in that game was absolutely fun. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. But anyways, I got way off topic. Let's get back into what's going on here, which is the whole union, the whole strike that's possibly coming with Ubisoft in Paris. So it says, I'm gonna continue after the whole Mario Rabbids thing where I left off. So it says delays in combination with low sales have put the company in a bad financial spot. CEO Guillemot sent an email to Ubisoft. Okay, so I read all of that and said need to trim the fat and be as lean as possible, right? So they gotta save all that money. But in response to the Ubisoft Paris chapter of Solidaries, or am I saying that right? Yeah, Solidaries or whatever. Informatique release a statement. Solidaries Informatic or whatever is a trade union encompassing several tech companies in France. The statement claims that Guillemot words urge employees to give into managerial pressures and work overtime. It also hints at the future possibility of layoffs, studio closures, and salary cuts. So they're saying in the previous statement of what he said, he's pretty much insinuating that this stuff could possibly happen. According to the statement, Guillemot's words are hidden intentions. Shift the blame from management to employees, asking them to take the financial labor burden for the company's decision. And this is the shit I was just talking about a little bit ago. This is the shit I was just talking about just a little bit ago. The company is saying, yo, you fucked up. The management is saying, yo, we need y'all to figure it out for us. That's not how management is supposed to work. You're supposed to lead them to the promised land as a man in management. You're not supposed to tell them to lead you. What the F? All right, so it says in the statement, the union made 4 demands of the company. An immediate 10% increase for all salaries regardless of the annual increase to compensate for inflation. With the hundreds of millions of euros obtained from Tencent, there is money in the coffers of the employers. The improvement of working conditions, in particular, the implementation of a 4-day work week, is another thing that they're looking for. Transparency on the evolution of the workplace, both locally and globally. So they want to be in the know. They're like, yo, if you're going to ask me to do this stuff, At least keep me in mind of what's going on. Whether that's fair or not is debatable. A strong commitment against disguise, dismissal, and condemnation of abusive managerial policies that push employees to resign. So in other words, they're saying these fools are out here. What up, Brooklyn Black, Black Breed, Brooklyn Breed, what's cracking? Happy to have you here. But anyways, it said the strike is set to take place January 27th. So next week, pretty much, right? Let me double check that. January 27th. Yep, that's next Friday, like I thought. Next Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. Okay? That's interesting. Ooh, and it says right here on the bottom, if you want to read this, in 2020, Solidarity's Informatic put together a lawsuit against Ubisoft after the company was awash with sexual harassment and workplace abuse allegations. Yikes. All right. Well, from there, let's talk about some positive stuff, all right? Now, I want to hear from you guys in the chat, those of you that are watching, what's some games that you're absolutely excited for? Because what I have here from GameSpot.com is a list of games that are to be coming out in the next few months. And then these are also a list of games that are that are supposed to be coming out that don't have a release date, all right? So let's take a look at some of this stuff. But before we go into it, I want to just read this little piece. It says 2023 is shaping up to be an enormous year for video games, with many titles previously planned for this year getting pushed into next. And big name games like The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, the Dead Space remake, Diablo 4 are all coming in 2023, as are several high-profile remakes of classic games. It can be a lot to keep track of, so we rounded up every game planned to release in 2023. So this is every game that's supposed to release in 2023. If you are a seasoned gamer, you already know some of these will probably be delayed into the following year. But let's just hope some of those big ones, i.e. Zelda, Starfield, Spider-Man, don't get delayed. Because those are games for each of the platforms, PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. Those are the biggest games for those titles this year, in my opinion. Some would argue and say maybe Final Fantasy is the biggest game. I think they're supposed to do some sort of I don't know. It's like a remake or some sort of thing for Final Fantasy 7. I don't remember the exactly what it is, but what it's called. But yeah, they're supposed to be coming out with that, and some people are thinking that might be the biggest game. But in my opinion, I think it's hands down Spider-Man. I don't know how you think Spider-Man is going to get beat. Spider-Man is loved by everybody, or mostly everybody except Chris Toast. Chris Toast don't like Spider-Man. All right, so anyways, it can be a lot to keep up, so we rounded up every game planned for release in 2023, splitting into sections by month, as well as updated 2023 games right here. Each game list also shows supported platforms, so you can figure out just what you're going to buy this year. As more games are announced and given release dates, the list will further update, and will also continue to adjust the games if they are delayed. So they will be taking games out of here that are delayed. So let's go to January 1st. All right, so this January, so we'll go on ahead and go past today's date for obvious or go past the previous days, which was only One Piece Odyssey. So upcoming tomorrow is going to be a space for the Unbound for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, and PC. That game comes out tomorrow, so keep an eye out on that if that's something that you're interested in. I personally don't even know what it is, so I'm gonna look at it real quick. Okay, I'm good. Back. All right, so the next one is Colossal Cave for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, Quest, which is something you don't see too often, but dope to see, and PC. Let's go. All right, I see you, Nelson. You said, or actually, let me go all the way back up to HTK 360 says excited for Hogwarts, Forza, Motorsports, Starfield, and Redfall. Me too, brother. I'm right there with you. Hogwarts, I'm not as excited for because I'm just never been huge into Harry Potter, but I'm going to be playing that game because the person that I game share with already bought it, or I think has already bought it, and I'm just going to go on ahead and play it through him and check it out. And, you know, maybe I might come out of that game wanting to read the books and shit like that, but I doubt it. But anyways, Nelson says that's 2024. They said winter keyword starting in December, ends in like April. I don't know what you just said right there, Nelson. I'm a little confused, bud. But anyways, Taurus Hawaii Gaming says, I'm stoked to play Persona 3 again. Where are you going to be playing Persona 3, Tortoise? Where are you playing this game? All right, so let's continue down. This is interesting right here. So we got Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable. This is really exciting for Xbox fans in particular, just for the fact that this game is coming straight into Game Pass. Hello, Jedi Knight Peter. What's cracking? Happy to see you pop up. Thank you so much for coming through. What I find interesting, not only that this game is coming out on Game Pass and it's going to be Series S and X, updated and everything like that. There's nothing that says anything about PS5 on here, which I find just wild. It just says Switch, PC, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, and Xbox One. For both of them, it says that. So there is no like brand new nice coat of paint version for the PS5, which I find kind of weird. Tortoise Hawaii says Game Pass has turned me into an achievement hunter again. Good for you, man. Good for you. Keep gaming. All of you guys here listening, keep gaming. Keep your ear to the ground if you enjoy this hobby. Keep doing what you got to do. Have fun, share the experience, show friends, show family. There's no reason to hide your gamer, your love for gaming anymore. I am outside letting my friends and family know that, I'm an assistant manager at a game store, and when I'm not at the store, I'm taking care of my family or streaming, doing YouTube stuff for gaming. Because in my opinion, it is mainstream now. And it's something that I've loved ever since it wasn't mainstream. So y'all keep doing the good work out there. Keep playing your Game Pass. Keep playing your PlayStation Plus Premium. Keep playing your Nintendo. Keep playing your PC, Oculus, whatever. I don't give a damn if it's Luna. Keep playing. Stadia, I'm sorry. All right, but anyways, next up, Fire Emblem Engage coming out for the Switch January 20th. I have not seen a ton of people hyping this game up. I'm pretty surprised. I'm not a huge Switch game player. My wife plays the Switch more than I do. My daughter plays the Switch more than I do. I play goofy shit like Ib and Ob. What's that game? Trine. I play weird things on the Switch. I don't play like anything first party really, unless it's like in the Nintendo store, like for games that I can just download with their subscription thing. Cause I don't know, just never really been that big into it. I've always loved Nintendo when they had a console, a real console, not a portable. Sorry for those of you that take offense to that. But anyways, Forspoken's coming out. We just got done talking about that for PS5 and PC. And like I said, you might want to look at them specs. They're not looking so good. They're looking pretty rough. And then NBA All World for mobile. Yeah. Anyways, Warlander coming out for PC January 24th. Oddballers for the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Shoulders of Giants, Series X, and Xbox One, and Series S. I don't even know what this is. Shoulders of Giants. What is this? What is this? Nothing. They're showing nothing. All right. Anyways, Dead Space. Let's go for some of you guys. I know a lot of you guys, or maybe not a lot of you guys, but a good amount of you guys are pretty stoked for Dead Space. I know my boy Matt likes games. I think he already has the game pre-ordered. I think he's outside waiting for that game right now. He is waiting for that. That's coming out next Friday, the same day as Ubisoft's the same day as Ubisoft's strike that's supposed to happen. Yikes. But it's a good day for EA. A good day for EA. Dead Space is rolling out for PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. And the game looks phenomenal. I don't want to buy it because I literally just beat the first Dead Space, I want to say like 6 or 8 months ago. And I'm going to go into Dead Space 2. I don't got time to buy Dead Space and play the same game again. I know it's gonna look way better. You know what? I'll enjoy it through you guys. Instead of you coming to my stream, let me come to y'all's stream. Let me check out what y'all are doing. Let me see y'all play that game, because I ain't gonna be playing it on mine. All right. Age of Empire 2 Definitive Edition. Remember, this game was PC only. Now it's coming to Xbox Series X and Xbox One. I always forget to say Series S as well. Xbox Series S and X and Xbox One. January 30th. So just a little over a week. I think what is that going to be? Is that like a Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, it's a Tuesday. So Tuesday here in about 2 weeks, you'll be able to play some good old Age of Empire, but a season letter to the future. Coming out on PS5 and PC. I don't know what this game is, but that's kind of what it looks like right there. This kid looking like Miles Morales out here. What's going on? All right, and then the last one coming out January 31st is going to be Super Fuse. And that's just for PC. I don't know what that is either. Looks like they don't know what it is either. All right, we're just going to hit up. Let's just go through. I'm going to go through this one a lot quicker than January, because we got a lot to talk about with these game releases still first. So Deliver Us Mars, excuse me, PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. Clash, Artifacts of Chaos, PlayStation 5, Series S and X, PS4, Xbox One, PC, February 9th. Here's the big one you guys can't wait for. Hogwarts Legacy. Let's go. PS5, Series S and X, and PC. Okay? Wanted, dead. PS5, PS4, Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC February 10th, same day as Hogwarts. Blanc, Switch and PC February 14th. Returnal, finally making its way to PC February 15th. Man, Valentine's Day is looking pretty good. Every day's the 14th. All right. Let's see. Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line, Switch and PS4 on the 16th. Tales of Symphonia remastered for the PS4. Another game that's skipping the PS5. Interesting, right? It's almost like PlayStation said, you know what? Don't worry about making it for us. We're fine with the PS4 version. We don't want to spend any extra money on that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let me hit the chat real quick. Jedi Knight Peter, I'm assuming he said can't wait for that Dead Space remake. That's what I'm assuming that came from, because that's when I thought I seen you write that in. He says waited especially for the remake. Yeah, so he's talking about Dead Space. And then Tortoise Hawaii says Dead Space seems like a good game to get on sale for me. That's how I would get it if I were to even buy it, Tortoise, especially if you beat the first one and you're not dying to replay it just to hear the voice of your protagonist. Then just get it while it's on sale. It's just not going anywhere, and it's going to be a great game either way. Nelson Gaming says I'm pre-ordered. Jedi Knight Peter says Monster Hunter Rise drops on Game Pass today. I think never played it, so I'm looking forward to it. You know what? I'm looking forward to that, to checking that out with those boys out in Hawaii. I mean, I see you, Tortoise and whatnot. Y'all out in Hawaii don't be messing around with that Monster Hunter, man. Y'all are crazy. Only thing I could do to flex on y'all is do the arm wrestling in the last Monster Hunter game. I believe Sensei got that game for me and Matt Likes Games. It was pretty fun, but I was only willing to play that game with them, and they never really asked me to play other than like once or twice. So if you guys ever want to get down and play, I'm not sure if you guys are watching this now or watching it back later or anything like that, but if you want to get down on that game with me, I'm down to turn it back on, re-download and all that joint. But anyways, going into the next thing, Wild Hearts. So this game is very similar to a game like Monster Hunter. It's coming out for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC February 17th. Man, February is looking fire. Let's go. Wild Hearts looking hella interesting right now. Looking hella interesting. Continuing on, Atomic Heart. Oh my God, February. What's happening right now? Atomic Heart. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC. How did they get this? So this is why I'm confused on some of these games. Some of these games are like the next, like the next Jesus, arrives kind of moment, right? And they work on the last generation, they work on this generation, they work on the PC, and then you got weird games that come out and it's just like, oh, this can only be on the next gen hardware. Really? Like, for instance, let's talk about we're not going to really talk about it, but I just want to bring up like Gotham Knights. Are we really going to say Gotham Knights had no way of running on last generation? Maybe it didn't. Maybe the size of the game is just like too much for the memory for the older consoles or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a computer nerd. I don't know all this stuff. But Atomic Heart, we all know how fantastic this game looks. And it's in the last generation. It's able to be booted up on those consoles. Might be 720p or something, but they got it to work. What's y'all's, or not y'all, not my chat, not you guys, but what are some of these developers' excuses? That they can't get things optimized properly while people like the folks that worked on Atomic Heart can optimize it for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and last generation. They flexing. What's going on though? Anyways, next game, Like a Dragon. I'm gonna say Ishin, which I'm guessing is, or maybe I'm not guessing, but I think it's just supposed to be like Yakuza games, but they can't call it Yakuza anymore. if I'm right. Maybe somebody in the chat correct me if I'm wrong. But the game comes out for PS4, PS5, Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC. Another game that's optimized for everything. Except Switch in this case, I guess. And then Cosmonis High PSVR 2. Okay. So there's some PSVR games rolling out right there. Digimon World, The Next Order. Switch and PC. I know some of y'all are excited to play these type of games, but not your boy Ham Solo. Horizon Call of the Mountain, PSVR 2, February 22nd. I'm guessing I'm not sure exactly. I need to look up that information, but I'm guessing that the PSVR 2 comes out either like a day prior or a couple days prior or the day of all these PSVR 2 games coming out. So the very next one is Blood Bowl 3, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC. Company of Heroes for the PC. Company of Heroes 3. Sons of the Forest for the PC. February 23rd as well. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Atelier, Ryza 3, Alchemists of the End, and Secret Key. Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC. Kerbal Space Program 2, PC. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Switch, 24th of February. Octopath Traveler 2, Switch, PS5, PS4, and PC, February 24th. Scars Above, PS5, PS4, Series S and X, PC, February 27th. And then Destiny Lightfall, which I think I might be wrong on this, but I think that might be the last DLC for Destiny 2. I'm not sure. But that's PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, and then Xbox One and PC. All right, now some of these months are definitely getting shorter, as you're seeing. But let's do March, April, May, June, and July, and then I'm just gonna go on ahead and just leave you guys here with that. And if you guys wish to look at to be announced games, the link is in the description below. But as for March, we got the day before PC, Xbox Series S and X, and PS5. The Last of Us on PC will be available. Wolong Fallen Dynasty, let's go. Xbox Game Pass right there. PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series S and X on March 3rd. Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, Switch, and PC for March 9th. Oni, Road to the Midas Oni, Switch, PS5, PS4, and PC, March 9th. Peaky Blinders, video game, huh? Maybe Matt likes games, might like that. I might have to let him know about that. I'm not sure if he's still here or not, but I'll have to let him know in a party chat later that Peaky Blinders, The King's Ransom on Quest and PC VR. Cool. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Azure, PS4, Switch, and PC. And then Anno 1800, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. Don't even know what that is. Bayonetta's Origins, Syriza, and The Lost Demon on Switch, and it comes out March 17th. Peppa Pig coming out again. Let's go, I guess. Peppa Pig World Adventures, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC. They got that game covered on all fronts, except Meta, which I don't think the Quest really cares too much. And if it's on PC, then whatever. But anyways, Star Wars Jedi Survivor Flex in mid-March. Let's go. PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC, March 17th as well. Same day as Peppa Pig. I don't know, Star Wars better watch out. Have a nice death. What a game name. Switch, March 22nd. Storyteller, Switch and PC, March 23rd. Resident Evil 4 Remake. I know a lot of you guys are looking at that game. You might have it highlighted. PS4, Xbox Series S and X, and PC on March 24th. Crime Boss, Roque City, March 28th. And then Total Tank Generals, March 30th on PC. For April, we got Grimoire, Once More, PS5, PS4, Switch, April 4th. Hogwarts Legacy on different consoles, which is the PS4 and Xbox One. It's coming at a later date in April 4th. So that will mop up some more things, or some more areas for, I mean, obviously they're in a rush to get out the new console stuff, right? But they're not forgetting the old ones, because there's a ton of Xboxes and there's definitely a ton of PS4s still wandering about being played every day. So it's great that they're making it a point to give them the game just a little bit later. And then Meet Your Maker, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One and PC, April 4th. Process of Elimination, PS4 and Switch, April 11th. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, Switch, PS4 and PC, April 14th. God of Rock, PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and Xbox One, April 18th. Greed Inventory, PC, April 20th, and Dead Island 2, if it doesn't get pushed back again, will be coming on PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC, April 28th. And then the last few, May, is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, May 12th for Switch, obviously. And then Suicide Squad for the PS5, Series X and S, and PC, coming out May 26th. June, Street Fighter 6 for the PS5, PS4, coming back to the Xbox Series X, because Street Fighter 5 didn't make it. But coming to the Series X and S, it's not even doing an Xbox One version, which is interesting to see. And then the PC on June 2nd. Diablo 4 is coming out on the PS5, PS4, Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC June 6th, and I'm excited for that joint. I've never got into a Diablo, but it always looks fun. And the reason I never got into it, because I just never had anybody to play with. I have friends that like that game now, or I have new friends that ended up telling me that they're into Diablo and stuff. So I can't wait to get into that. Super duper stoked. Final Fantasy 16 coming out on PS5 June 22nd, and then July, Hogwarts Legacy finally makes its way to the Switch. So if you guys are curious about any of these games, like I'm very curious about this bad boy right here. Well, let me move my head a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ark Survival Evolved 2. It's unannounced. But many other games, including like Redfall, Starfield, I think one of the Final Fantasies, Spider-Man 2. Let me see. Yeah, Flintlock. I mean, there's a ton of games. Forza Motorsports. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is what I was looking for. A all these games are still not yet announced, but are supposed to be coming out this year. So just keep your eye out. And as I said before, if you check out this list by GameSpot right here, they will be continuing to update this list. So if you check up on it, like maybe once a month, once every couple weeks or whatnot, they may have another game on the list that wasn't that wasn't in the right month quite yet, because it was in the to be announced areas. And they're also going to be showing out some games that aren't even in the list that have yet to be announced. So remember that, keep in mind that. But one thing that I want to keep some people in mind of when they come to check this out maybe later is that Stadia, it's going bye-bye. Stadia going bye-bye, but the controllers are not, unless you just destroy it and throw it in the trash. But the controllers are still going to be available for use in a different type of way. So check this out. It says you can convert your Stadia controller to a standard Bluetooth device. Here's how. And this is a weird article, I'll tell you that much. Nothing wrong with the person that wrote it. It's just weird how it ends. So stick with me for a little bit, see how this article goes, because one of the last statements I find just insane. So it says a final firmware update means Stadia owners can continue to use their controller wirelessly with other devices. Sounds kind of cool, right? We're not going to hit listen to this article because I'm going to read it to you. Google Cloud Gaming Service Stadia officially goes dark tomorrow, which is today now, January 18th. But those of you with Stadia controllers will be able to continue using it into the future, hopefully, thanks to a final firmware update that converts it into a standard Bluetooth device. By all appearances, the process explained in the Stadia support page is a simple one. Press and hold the Stadia button on the controller until the status light comes on. Plug in the controller into your PC via a standard USB cable and go to stadia.google.com/controller. You'll need to use Google Chrome browser. I tried with Firefox and it won't work, and it won't load the required page. So keep that in mind. If you have a Stadia controller and you're looking to turn it into a Bluetooth controller, you need to use Google Chrome to do it, because it may not work in Edge, or it said it didn't work in Firefox. This person said that's writing the article. And then follow the on-screen instructions. Once that's finished, you'll have a swanky new-ish Bluetooth new-ish, that's great, Bluetooth controller on your hands that you can use with any Bluetooth compatible device. I gotta love how they put the Stadians, as in geez, if that's a breed, they're a dying breed. That sucks. But anyway, Stadians, you can now update your controller's firmware to enable Bluetooth low energy connections. And then if you follow here on, as you see, Twitter, Stadia has released a statement, so you can find that stuff there. After the conversion, you can pair the controller with compatible devices by holding the Stadia button until it turns off, and pressing and holding it again until the lights pulse orange. That'll put it into a pairing mode. Go to whatever you're aiming to connect it to, and you should see it appear on the list of connected devices as Stadia. You may need to approve the Stadia controller and the device Bluetooth menu if it doesn't connect, or you might just have to switch everything off and then back on and try again. Bluetooth can be very finicky sometimes, which we all know. If you're keeping up with gaming or keeping up with using anything Bluetooth, it can be a pain in the ass sometimes. A couple of points to note: enable Bluetooth mode on the controller will permanently and irreversibly disable its Wi-Fi capabilities. So if you want to continue using that on Stadia, on the final date of Stadia, hold off until January 18th, which is today. So tough. Headphones plugged into the controller will no longer work after the update is applied, nor will the assistant and capture buttons, which kind of makes sense because, you know, it's no longer a brand. It says, although that's because that's not because of the Bluetooth conversion, but simply because Stadia will no longer exist. And for some reason, right here is the part that's like, what? And for some reason, you only have until December 30th, 2023, which is the rest of this year. You only have until the rest of this year to complete the update. You snooze, you lose. Although it will continue to function as a standard wired controller. That is such a weird thing to do. Why would you give somebody just up until the end of this year to convert the controller? So what do you... I don't know what's going on. Maybe people are trying to, or maybe Google or Stadia is trying to figure out a way to make sure that these people out at these like local gaming stores or GameStops or whatever aren't still selling Stadia controllers. News break, Stadia and Google, they're still gonna sell it. This update will just not be available and people will just be getting ripped off a little bit further. That's what's gonna happen. How do I know this, you may ask? Bro, you or sister, whatever you want to call, you can go to an old school gaming store today and buy the video game mag. Mag doesn't work. You can buy an internet connection CD to your Sega Dreamcast today for like $5 or $10 from a store, knowing damn well you cannot connect your Dreamcast to the internet. These stores are still going to sell this product. You're just not reaping any benefit off of it. So why would you make it less convenient for somebody to possibly, oh, I need a new controller and I don't mind the way this one looks. I wouldn't mind playing it. I heard that I can update this thing and just use it on my PC. Oh shit, it's January 3rd, 2024. I'm too late. I snoozed and I lost. I mean, that's silly because you know damn well next year, the year after that, there's still going to be mom and pop stores and probably even a GameStop somewhere selling a Stadia controller. They're going to do it. They're not just going to throw out a possible profit. They're not just going to throw it away. They're going to try to make something off of it. So if they're going to try to make a profit off of it, you might as well do the customer right and just keep this link available for somebody to transfer over their controller from wired to wireless. Anyways, Danger Voice comes through and says, you inspired me, bro. I'm going to do a just chatting stream this week. Let's go. And make sure you send me a DM of like when you get it set up, you know, when you get it set up to stream and it's like later on that day or later on in the week or something like that, send me the link to it so I can hit the reminder button. I want to be able to hit that reminder button so I support you, brother. I definitely want to do that. So make sure you send over that link. But last but not least is Suicide Squad's leaked battle pass, and man, is this juicy. This is juicy more or less because towards the end of this article, man, some people have some choice words for the thought of bringing a battle pass to this game. So let me go on ahead and go through, read the title real quick. It says Suicide Squad's leaked battle pass and in-game store triggers anger amongst fans. It looks like Warner is taking a shot at making Suicide Squad a live service game, and not everyone is happy about it. Facts. I personally don't care. I'm not up in arms about this. Whatever. If you guys want to put microtransactions in a game, I don't care, as long as it doesn't prevent me from finishing the game or make it harder for no damn reason. I don't care about microtransactions, because you know what? I get offered to buy VC every day by NBA 2K23. Every day I get offered, hey, look at this, buy this. I just hit B. It doesn't bother me. I know it's gonna be there. And if you're butthurt about microtransactions being in games, you might as well quit gaming or find an old console to play, because it's not going anywhere. It's going to get even more insane. People are going to figure out ways for you to spend your money on things that don't really matter. Just what it is. So being mad or frustrated about a microtransaction being in a game is silly. Battle Pass, I'm a little interested in what this actually means, right? Because I thought this was a co-op game and or a kind of running off, doing your own thing alone type of game. Okay, I don't really understand where the Battle Pass really kind of comes in. But let's go on ahead into the articles. It says an image purportedly leaked from a pre-release build from of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has revealed the game will feature both a battle pass and an in-game store, and some followers of the game are not happy about it. Are you guys happy about it? Do you care about this? I know I don't. First of all, a game has to pull me in to get a battle pass from it, or some sort of pass or whatever like that. Like in Rocket League, I was pulled in by the stuff that you can get. And you know what? I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe they might be onto something with this. I'm not sure if it should be called a battle pass or whatnot, but maybe they have all different kind of skins that you can get with the battle pass, which I'm sure they do. I'm sure they got maybe gun skins and stuff like that. Remember, there's a pass for a game like Borderlands, and that's not a PvP game. There's season passes for that and stuff like that. But the phrase battle pass is a little interesting, because it's like, what does that exactly mean? All right, so continuing on, the image which initially appeared on 4chan clearly shows battle pass and store drop down menu, as well as what appears to be multiple types of in-game currencies. That's fairly standard stuff from a competitive free-to-play games, but Suicide Squad is a solo joint with support for drop in or drop out co-op play, as I was saying before. Pricing hasn't been officially announced yet, but it's expected to be in the line of the conversation of premium game releases. UK retail games, for instance, is currently offering Suicide Squad pre-order for $70 or 70 euros. What appears to be contributing to some of the furor is the lack of information about Suicide Squad's will play. No substantial gameplay footage has been released for players who were expecting a single player campaign in the style of Arkham City. Having a monetization scheme announced via the leak has challenged expectations, rightfully so. It's not a PvP game, right? How are they? Wait a second. So yeah, this is fun. This is the part that's fun. because it says it's not a PvP game, right? How are they going to plan to keep players in to capitalize from the battle pass? Redditor Elvin Nico asks, cutting to the heart of the problem with battle pass in PvE games. People will just finish the story and then what? Play some challenges where they just farm mobs? Well, that just can last me a couple days. And then what? Unless they plan to release a new story mode every month or two. Wow. Every month or two. Those are some expectations from a fan. I tell you that much. Every month or two, I don't see the reason to stay and even bother about skins and stuff like that in a PvE game, which is facts. I mean, you're not going to keep me around. I love Borderlands, but you're not going to keep me around it with skins. That's for sure. Once that content's, up and done, the skins can get fucked. Which leads me into a Redditor named Get Fucked 17. Wow. What a name, right? And this dude right here is interesting. He says some really, really choice things right here. And this is the part that I said that was like really, really cool stuff. It says Redditor Get Fucked 17 expresses more emotional but widely held perspective on the matter. And he says, how the fuck are they planning to get away with a battle pass on a $70 game? They wrote, Call of Duty gets away with it because they offer Warzone-DMZ for free. How does Rocksteady think this is going to work? Is the game going to be free? No? Then get fucked. That's what he put. That's what he put. And PC Gamer was like, you know what? That's a pretty fire statement, bud. I'm gonna put that in the article. At the request of Warner Bros. Legal department, we have removed the leak image indicating the presence of a battle pass and in-game store. Yikes. So they've already reached out. They know about this. Several Redditors predicted that Suicide Squad would end up being like Marvel's Avengers, Square Enix ill-fated superhero game, which delivered a strong single-player campaign but failed in its quest to establish itself as an ongoing live service game. That seems a bit off basis to me. If Suicide Squad was expected to be a campaign-based experience anyway, the success or failure of the post-game live service elements are irrelevant. But the objection to the Suicide Squad Battle Pass seemed less focused on the practical. Oh my God, I'm torching this word. Practicalities or whatever of the thing. Then on the principle, why does everything these days have a premium price single player game seem to need a battle pass? A tweet from YouTuber Schmoff captured what seemed to be a widely held sentiment. Regardless of the presence of the quality of Suicide Squad's campaign, something just feels weird about Rocksteady, known for their story games, making a gas game. Cody writes right here, yeah. Even Evan is right. Suicide Squad game defenders are also right. It's not like Suicide Squad won't have a single player story mode. It will. And then of course, all of the discontent presumes that the leak image are accurate. So, I mean, like I said earlier, they told them to delete it off of PC Gamer. They told them to take that joint down. All right. So far that hasn't been confirmed, but VGC said a development source told it that a battle pass focusing on cosmetic items like skins is planned for the game. At least some of the apparent currencies at the top of the image are actually XP used to power up and customize each character's skill tree. So it can't be exact. So it possibly couldn't be exactly everything that it seems that everybody thought it was. Earlier in the article, they said, multiple currencies, but it could be that part of that is just your regular currency to play the game, and then there's like maybe one currency for customization and purchases and whatnot. I've reached out to Warner Bros. To ask about the league. We the Suicide Squad will offer a battle pass and will update if I receive a reply. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is set to launch May 26th, as I said earlier in the previous article about all the games that we're launching later on. But that is all I have for you guys today, folks. I really appreciate the ones that stuck around until the very end. I know this went on kind of long. It was definitely longer than I anticipated. But like I said, I was going to try to calm down this time, relax, bring you guys the news nice and decorated with some fun and actually some passion this time. Because last time I was nervous. I was just running through, telling you what I need to tell you, and I hit that off button. But this time, I wanted to sit back, let you guys know I appreciate each and every one of you guys that showed up to the stream today. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Share this out. Let people know that I am outside. Let people know that I am outside, out here trying to let everybody know what's going on in gaming. Give you my personal perspective, whether you love it or not. If you don't love it, let me know. I don't care. I'm not going to try to appease you just because you don't like it. But I enjoy an argument. I mean, I definitely enjoy arguing, especially when neither one of us are wrong. We're just spitting our opinions and just keeping it gaming and keeping it moving. But thank you once again, everybody that showed up. I will be coming back to y'all tomorrow, Thursday, for Behind Them Sticks with Dre Watson. I am super stoked to do that episode with that brother. He's been a good dude that's been following my YouTube for quite some times. He does, I believe it's called the High Ground Podcast on Twitter. Really great dude, though. Good person to follow. I believe he's been dabbling in different ventures on different platforms as well with gaming content and stuff like that. But definitely check him out on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time in the time zone. The Lord's time is what I call it because that's the time zone on it. But anyways, make sure y'all check that out. And then this evening, I might do a stream of just random games that I play. I rented this game from the job that I work at. It's a cheap game, but I've never played it before. It's called Dark Void. I'm going to probably play this game sometime tonight once I get home from work. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, but definitely keep an eye out for Thursday. And then obviously Friday, Bullshit with me, Loke, Cozy Beluga, and possibly Sour Blow might be joining us after he gets home from work and whatnot. But thank you to everybody that showed up. You guys stay safe. And remember, as I always say, keep it gaming or keep it moving. Peace out, y'all.